All right, we are going to do round 2 of random questions. Worst audition and or regular job experience.
Probably the worst audition was when I was first starting out, and it was a big casting director I read for. She was dead now, but I read it off the paper. I'm like going, and then I really, really liked it, and then he said, and it was like so bad. And usually she had a reputation of being really mean, but luckily she wasn't mean to me because maybe I wouldn't have been an actress then. That was probably the worst audition.
First thing you splurged on when you got your first big check.
I splurged a lot when I got my first big checks. I bought a Jeep without driving it because I wanted a Jeep, and my license plate said private parts. PVT parts.
If a movie was produced about you, who would play you?
God, a lot of my favorite actors, like Brittany Murphy and stuff, are dead. I was going to say Kate Hudson would be kind of fun.
What's the worst piece of advice you've ever received in your career?
Probably the worst piece of advice is, you have to sleep with somebody to get ahead.
Right.
And stuff like that. Maybe it's true, but I wouldn't do it.
Now, I'm going to have you deliver this line. Okay, it's a cold read audition.
Okay.
All right. This is a 1-line role, okay?
Okay. Which are the worst.
All right. So you're going to read that to me.
Oh, God, wait. Okay. All right. Don't tell me what to do, you sneaky bitch.
I love it. All right. Do it one more time.
Okay.
With a touch more force.
Don't tell me what to do, you sneaky little bitch.
Love it. This part is called How Would You Proceed, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you're at a networking party in Hollywood.
Which I never go to, but go ahead.
We're playing.
I know.
And you purposely bump into, we'll say, either Rob Zombie or Quentin Tarantino. Which one do you say we'll run into?
Quentin, because I know him.
Okay. Well, then, if you know him, then we won't say Quentin, since you don't know Rob. Okay. So but you purposely bump into him.
Okay.
Okay, and he says, "Oh my God, I loved your work. You were amazing and overboard."
I would look at him and say, I'm Linnea. Linnea is my name. I didn't do that movie. It was someone else. You're mistaken. And then I'd say, why haven't you put me in any of your movies? Or I would say, yeah, I like that part.
Play along, right?
And go, you should put me in a movie.
He thinks you're Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, I would say, okay, I'm glad you liked it, and I'd love to be in one of your movies. And, it's only about, 10,000 a line that I charge.
You have a bucket of chalk. And you can write anything on the sidewalk, and 10 million people will see it. What do you write and why?
The first thing that came to my mind was don't eat animals, because I don't think it's right to do that. I think that animals are equal to us. And so, and also don't kill animals.
What brings you the most joy in life?
Saving animals.
Your first makeout. Who was it with? Where did it happen? How old were you?
Well, the first time a guy kissed me, I slapped him and ran away, and I really liked him. And I even, when he came over, I saved the Coke bottle that he drank out of in my closet because he touched it, his lips touched it. I was probably 12 or 13. But the first makeout session, oh my God, was probably with this guy, Todd Shavey. And it happened, God, when was the first time? I think in this MG, this red MG. convertible MG.
How old were you?
I was probably 16
Okay.
when that happened.
Was it any good?
Yeah, it was great. I was like, because he was like the best. He was like the new guy in town and the best looking guy.
Right.
And I'm like, oh my God, I got him. Oh my God. I was like so shocked.
The last movie that you cried at?
A Dog's Purpose was I mean, it was like happy cry, but it was like just A Dog's Purpose it just made me like happy cry. So I can call
Happy.
that cry.
Yeah. When did you lose your virginity?
Okay, I lost it with Todd while my parents were away at 16 or 17, I think 16. And while I was losing it, our house was being robbed.
Oh my God.
So it was like, I felt like a little bit of that, like probably what Catholics feel, that guilt, like, oh my God, if I hadn't been doing that, maybe the house wouldn't be robbed.
Like later on you found out?
Well, it was a 2-story house. Yeah, and I found out later, and we were up in, I think, my bedroom, and downstairs, they were robbing the place.
That's
and
crazy.
So found like drawers out in my parents' room and just a mess.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was weird way to lose your virginity.
Right. Do you ever eat in bed?
I eat in bed. I eat these crackers I'm addicted to right now. They're these little crackers, and they have peanut butter in them, and it just flakes all over you. And my dogs go nuts, like for all the flakes and stuff.
So they have their little
They
midnight
have
treat with you.
little flakes of that, but
Right.
I don't usually until I got into about a month ago these crackers. But I don't usually eat in bed.
And that's like your new thing.
My new thing is eating these crackers.
Do you have any trouble sleeping at night, or do you sleep well?
I sleep well at night. I really don't have any problems.
Do you have to
about
take
it.
anything to help you sleep?
I have to take things to make me sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I didn't, I probably would have trouble
Mhm.
sleeping. So
2 favorite things in a guy.
eyes and smell.
When you were 13, who was your celebrity crush?
Donny Osmond. He liked purple and he wore purple socks.
That's so
I knew
funny.
everything about him. I wrote to him.
Who's the most influential person in your life, dead or alive?
Probably Stevie Nicks. Because she writes so well and sings so well and has had longevity and everything.
You're going to live the rest of your life on a deserted island. You can take one kind of candy bar for the rest. You can take one kind of candy bar for the rest of your life. What would it be?
Heath Bar.
You can take one album to the island. What is it?
Metallica.
You can take one movie. What would it be?
Moulin Rouge.
You're gonna take one person for conversation's sake, dead or alive. They, of course, will be alive on the island. Somebody to talk to. Who are you taking?
Matt Flynn.
For sexual gratification, dead or alive, they'll be alive for you, and it can't be a significant other. Who are you taking?
Antonio Banderas.
Okay. When you're going to leave the island, you have a special machine that can return you to any part in your life that you can relive. What part of your life would you go back to?
I would go back to when I was selling my house and say, oh, I'm not going to sell it. And figure out a way to rent it out while I saw my parents.
What is something most people wouldn't guess just by looking at you?
That I'm shy. They wouldn't guess that.
If I was going to tell you that we uncovered this thing that you're going to die at 10 o'clock tonight, when it's 9:45, how are we feeling?
Really freaked out. I'd be really freaked out. Like, I sometimes think of those things and I think, oh my God, like if like that. There's a movie that's kind of like that where they know the world's going to end at a certain amount of time, and how would you spend it and all that. It would be so hard. I'd be like, maybe somebody would be asking me to spend it with them, and I wouldn't want to spend it with them, and I feel guilty, or like I used to have like these horrible dreams that, you know, like not dreams but daydreams that like they got me arrested. I got arrested for murder or something, and they were going to send me to the electric chair, and I didn't do it, and you know, that I got electrocuted and stuff like that. So I would be freaked out of my mind. I wouldn't know what to do. I couldn't enjoy myself.
What's the biggest misconception about you?
That I'm like my movies, that I'm like a wild girl, and I'm probably just having sex, and I like to, another one is like I walk around naked all the time, or in lingerie, that I am rich.
And my last question, who is Linnea Quigley?
Somebody that can be weak but strong. Like really weak on some things and really strong on others. I would say I'm a real teeter-totter, I'd say. But I'm not bipolar.